Ladies and gentlemen, I am DJ Mainstream, the voice of the voiceless, patent pending. And alongside, well, I'm not doing the introductions. Y'all are your own men. Y'all introduce yourselves.
Oh, go ahead.
Jackass of all trades, rapper, author, published author, producer, graphic designer, podcaster. I'm outside. What's up with it?
Y'all know me, your favorite misfit, King Leek TV, King of the Misfits. Welcome back, y'all.
Yeah. Who would ever have thought to see us three on screen at the same time?
Look at us.
Right?
Who would have thought?
You're like ass, I swear.
There you go. Now you're moving better.
Nah, he's doing good. So, Belts About Podcast is basically an idea of putting us in a different realm altogether. The thought process is not forever stay in the music industry. We're entertainment, so we can entertain. And the good part is we not only have our connection in music, but we also enjoy wrestling. The good part for me is I have two of my closest friends that I can actually come out with three, because the producer, shout out to Swiss TV, Swiss Visuals. We can come together and talk shit about wrestling and, start some controversy.
What is that?
Get some, I don't know what that is. Get ourselves acclimated into wrestling and maybe get y'all to enjoy and subscribe, because this should be fun. I'm going to enjoy it. But we do have our segments. We have our shit here sorted out. First thing we call is the opening match, opening bell. Opening bell is every episode we choose something to watch on TV while we are discussing whatever our topics is for the episode. So why is he digging in his...
We picked the gayest fucking match.
Cut your shit. So
he's reaching in his...
Okay, I'll fast forward. So what I chose for opening bell was...
You put a lollipop in his pants?
House of Glory. City
This is not homophobic. That was gay. There's just no other way to cut that.
Yeah, there was no way to cut that.
This show is 3 hours long.
Wow. Yeah, it was 3 hours long.
Oh, so they're taking a page out of AEW book.
Cut your shit.
Okay, what's up?
Let's not. But as I fast
3
forward...
3 hours for an HOG show is kind of crazy.
To fast forward to while I'm trying to get to the...
Danhausen was on the show too. Shout out Danhausen.
Yeah, Danhausen was on the show. Shout out Danhausen.
I like Danhausen.
The pedophile one?
No, the other guy.
He's
he's not a pedophile.
His name is Sweet Cheeks.
Oh my god.
Grown man named Sweet Cheeks.
I would like to actually go to an HOG event when
Hell yeah. I'm going.
We can go.
We're going to the HOG event. Whoa, look at that nigga's head.
But in the midst
crazy.
of doing me trying to find a Mercedes versus Indy Hartwell match, we actually have it set up.
It was a main event?
No, it wasn't.
It should be.
It was
Damn,
like
what was the main event?
Ironically, the main event versus Cold Blooded Killers.
Okay.
What you call it? Oh my god, what is his name? He's actually Charles Mason. His crew.
Yeah. I like them.
I fuck with them as well.
I like them.
So in the middle of us, as I'm trying to get us to where we need to go on the screen, we do have a segment called 3 Count. Shout out to Hurricane Helms, where we actually get a topic we bring to the table and discuss it individually, depending on how long the conversation goes, and see where it goes from there. Because at the end of the day, we're not going to always talk about the recent news. This is just a conversation. It's no pressure. And you're here to enjoy it because it's going to get interesting. So, who wants to start with their first count?
Well, I'm not going to do... I don't know if this constitutes as a count, but what you guys haven't yet seen is that we did like a little pilot rough draft episode last week where, for certain situations and reasons that we're not going to divulge, Leek was unable to attend. So we still wanted to see how the equipment functions, the lighting. We wanted to still see what that's like, so this way we have a better idea of how what we need to work on, what we need to do when Leek gets here and we really start shooting. So now, to make sure that Leek's presence wasn't forgotten, we took care of a couple of things and we made sure that the camera knew some things about you. So I have it down here. Yeah. So I have it here on some of the topics that we covered, and mind you, this is all Leek's opinions. This is not coming from us. So what do we have here? We have, where does this say?
That smells mad good.
What?
I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Oh, yeah.
So
That smells mad
in closed, behind closed doors.
You wrote down my opinions?
Yeah, I jotted it down.
I wrote down my opinions.
Oh, nah, I have mad opinions.
So we have. It's only really two big opinions, and these are the ones that stuck out the most. So we have here. We know how much that you hate Lyra Valkyria.
I don't hate her.
Yeah, you do. So
I don't
we
hate
have
Lyra.
here.
I like her.
We
I
have
don't hate Lyra.
We have the top 5 wrestlers that you deem better than her. So coming in at number 5, we have Ren Sinclair. We have
who?
We have Ren Sinclair.
Oh,
Number 4, we have Thea Hale. We have
this is not true.
We have Lainey Reed. We have Adriana Pizzo because the autocorrect fucked it up.
This is not true.
And then coming in at number 1, obviously, he's the biggest fan of her. We have Nikita Lyons. So this is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. See, I don't want to say no. Let me not say
Cancel. We just got on air. We just got on air. We just got on air.
So
we just got on
this
air.
is not
Mercedes.
I'm trying to get to it. I'm scrolling through Trailer TV.
Yo.
Oh, it's Trailer.
Yeah,
letting you fast forward.
I have time to try to fast forward. It just happened last night.
If y'all haven't
so
noticed, I'm gonna try to say it and do a lot of shit that's gonna piss Leek off. And I think I'm on a really good track.
I can't.
Because the very next topic that we have, it's not going to be so much of a topic, but I am going to post on the social media. I'm going to post all the pictures, so this way you have a better idea to go with. We have like top 5 best dressed outfits that your man Seth Rollins has done within the last couple of years.
I love Seth, but.
And you love his fashion sense.
I don't.
That's what you said last.
I don't think. The thing is with him, a lot of that is not his fault.
He said that.
I think he
has said that.
He's gotten stuck and typecast in this role where I feel like he feels the need to wear this outlandish dumb shit.
But it works.
It doesn't.
It works.
It doesn't.
With his swag, it works.
Doesn't.
Name me another wrestler that couldn't do it.
Because I don't want any other wrestler to do that shit. So.
I really don't mind it. I really don't. I think it's fun, fucking hilarious. When he came
out in Philly with the mummer shit, that I respected because I'm an Eagles fan. And
I like when he did
do that, but
I like when he did the A-Town stop with the mischief boots.
Now I know Mercedes match is coming up because there was a 30-minute break and nobody knew why.
You know what's so crazy? Look at this ad. Like, why is her picture? That's so fucked up. Like,
what?
You got to make these pictures a little more even. I'm just saying. I understand Mercedes is the star. I get it, but come on now. Like, Zilla needs to be more in the front. Not in front, but the pictures need to be bigger.
I get it.
To have her having 3/4 of the fucking screen is kind of nuts. That's all I'm
I mean, how's that any different from when you look at like the SmackDown thing and you see big ass head fucking Roman Reigns and you see everybody else
who's returning this week?
Well,
as he should be.
Don't get me started, man. I love Roman, but these schedules are ridiculous now.
But that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to get the big build-up effect of Roman.
No, I'm not saying be on the show every week, but
true.
That's not what I'm saying.
I am.
No, that's not going to happen.
Why not? I know why with him it's not.
He's been here way too. Exactly, he's been here too long.
That's like saying
the fuck
Punk
does that
on
mean?
The show every week.
I'm sorry, maybe
you'll get sick of it eventually.
I'm spoiled. I come from the days I would always see this nigga Stone Cold. I would always see this nigga Mankind. I would always see this nigga
But then,
Rock.
if you notice, later in their career, they did the part-time shit.
Okay, we're talking about later in their career. I mean, all right, granted, Roman is seasoned.
He's almost 15 in.
Okay, but
is he? Damn.
Be that as it may, for you to be so integral, in the main storyline, I need to see you more.
No, he is 40.
Because you can even come in and just talk shit. You don't have to wrestle.
That's
all the time.
my point. I think that they should do more vignettes and
I agree.
Stuff via satellite type shit.
Because to be honest with you, that showdown between
promos from home,
them and Cody before the whole tag team match for Bad Blood, that build up was fire.
People will talk shit.
I appreciated that build up.
People will talk shit about Cody, but he's turned himself into one of the best promos.
Oh, without doubt.
Oh, yeah, without doubt.
Especially when he drops the politician shit. Because he could get a little politician-like with his words and some of the shit he says. Like,
you know,
astronomical feats that... all right. All right. Like, come on. We understand, bro.
You don't appreciate Cody and his borderline
he just goes straight into it. he needs to go Homelander if that's the case.
That's true.
But that's not happening until at least he loses the title, which I don't think he should do with WrestleMania. I don't. I don't know. He's going to though. They're gonna put it on Cena, but that was my topic.
Yo, was that your topic?
No, the topic was how long the Cena run will last as a heel. Because if he loses at WrestleMania, what the fuck you gonna do? Just turn him back face? After a month and a half?
I feel that's a good one. I feel like right towards the end, like we talking about like November, December-ish.
You're gonna have him face again for a month? And he's retired?
Yeah. But he's gonna end on a good note, I mean. He'll
but for a month though?
Yeah.
So you're gonna keep him heel from now over to November.
Well, we do got a year.
And there's only 40 more dates, and you're gonna keep him. Oh, remember, he's not full time in his last run. You don't have him the whole year.
See, that's the shit that kind of confused me. I'm thinking his last run, I'm gonna see him all over fucking Raw.
No, nigga, this thing still got movies and shit. He ain't he said it was like 35 dates, but they upped it to like 40 something.
He did. They did.
So now,
man, this part-time shit is annoying me.
They said he has 25 that are locked in that have dates on them. So that would leave about 34, 35 that still have to get dates.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, I honestly believe that there's going to be a situation where you carry him out as heel for now until literally, remember, Ruthless Aggression is supposed to be the so-called pay-per-view they're trying to do at TD Garden as his last hoorah, as his last match. That's obviously at that point, if he's going to retire there, he's going to be face regardless.
He's going to be face in his last match.
No, but that build-up is going to be that whole month run before.
He has to be face. I think he should turn face in SummerSlam.
Really?
And just be face the rest of the year. The second half of the year. That's what I think.
I don't know.
That means you get heel Cena until August. How the fuck?
But is that going to be
4 months ain't enough for y'all? That's like, 2 PLEs?
Considering the lack of fucking appearances?
True, already?
Yeah, like...
After that
look
happened?
at this fish. 1, 2, 3, 4 belts.
Look at Mercedes. Go ahead.
4 belts. Why?
That's a fact.
Why not?
Like,
He said why?
She doesn't even defend half of these belts.
I seen her fight. She earned that shit.
Like, what belt did she defend tonight?
So he watched. So there's no belt on the line. There's no belt. Come on, bro.
Yo, if anything, all her fucking matches should be championship matches. If that's the case,
let it be.
No, what I'm saying, if you're trying to be on some Kenny Omega shit, do it how Kenny did it. Nigga, when Kenny Omega was the belt collector, all his shits was championship matches.
True.
All of them shits.
Yeah,
what the fuck is the point of wrestling? You got 4 belts. What?
So, Blackout was lucky to sit and watch the match between her and Momo Watanabe at Revolution, which was really good.
She gave her best match.
She gave her a fucking beating. Excuse the French, but she gave her a beating.
Now we're excusing our French?
I mean, but, yo, she kicked her in the throat.
Yeah.
Which one is the pink belt?
Huh?
Which one is the pink belt?
The New Japan Strong belt.
That belt is pink?
It's purple.
Oh.
With this lighting, she looks like a fusion between Cardi B and Zelina Vega.
Is that supposed to be a do-rag on her head?
Yes.
She dragged it.
Honestly, I want to say she playfully did that in response to the whole Tessa Blanchard shit, but I don't want to.
Isn't she from Boston?
Yes, she is.
Oh, okay.
But she
Boston.
But she has close ties to Amazing Red because she trained there.
She dragged it with the gear.
I think the gear is fire.
I mean, she knows her fan base. She's in New York. What?
We say she ain't blood. Yo,
man, she threw a beat up. Imagine.
Shit. Not in Amazon.
Niggas showed her behind the scenes outside.
That's the perfect place to do it.
That is not the perfect place.
That's a perfect place.
I get why you would say that, but
if you a real nigga, do that shit.
We're localizing the shit out of the
show
right
now. Look at that. Yo, Mercedes, come on.
Let Mercedes be.
Come on, yo.
She's good.
You got 4 belts, man.
She looks like a Mortal Kombat character. I just can't.
So
like a female.
And I like Indy Hartwell too.
I fuck with Indy Hartwell.
She was cool.
But just to go back to what you were saying, honestly, for me, because when they dropped the merchandise for him being in Barcelona, I was like, all right, this is, for me, obviously there was a pivot somewhere that Rock screwed up the entire plans. Because all his stuff is like good guy merchandise that's dropping. All of it is.
Listen,
there's no way this was a pre-planned.
This whole Rock shit. Like I'm just tired. All right, I'm tired. It's sad.
You need a last year for Rock.
Her short ass has to jump to get the lockup. That's hilarious.
Oh, I like that.
You ain't getting no last year, Rock. He's chairman of the board, bro. He ain't going away.
It's over, fam.
He ain't going away at all.
It's just too much shit. Like, had this have been a different time when y'all was still dealing with the dark ages, where shit was boring and shit was weird and it was bad writing and all that shit, that would be the perfect time for a Rock Hail Mary for him to interject and start doing shit. Right now, we are too stacked with too many different superstars, with too many different rivalries, with too many feuds, too many factions. It's too much shit right now. And not including the drafts, the new people that they're trying to prospect. It's too much, my dude. Like, what the fuck? You should, because it's going to devalue the brand, because it's going to become too complicated to follow.
Devalue, that's not what the bottom line says. Let's be honest here.
Price range, yes, but we're talking about like the not the integrity of the brand, but just the brand itself. It's just going to be like one of those places that everybody knows is like, this is the Rock's place. So whatever we initially have planned, it might be shelved. So we have to be prepared that the Rock is going to just interject one day and we got to work around his schedule. The fuck type of environment is that?
You're right.
Well, listen, and if you Triple H, you gotta deal with it because
the fuck you do?
You do.
You do.
The first thing you say is that nigga don't like, nigga. Brian Gewirtz is waiting in the shadows, nigga.
Facts.
What the fuck is the point of being the chief content
to take that
officer
over real
if you
quick.
if you can't chief?
You know the Peter Griffin shit when he's in the shadows. That nigga Brian Gewirtz is like, yeah, nigga.
Watch it.
Go ahead, fuck up, nigga.
Give me a reason.
Okay, but my thing is, if you watch Triple H and you watch the moves that he's been making, and you've been watching the way that the storyline and things have been unfolding, you watch more importantly, you watch the response of the fans and media about what's been going on storyline wise. Why would you mess up a good thing?
Because for two reasons. Because he has ego and because he has corporate markers he got to hit in that contract for him to get his bonuses. And I'm sure they put that in there that the nigga got $30 million in the stock payout. So I'm sure they put it in there that nigga, you got to wrestle at least a couple times, nigga.
But he hasn't.
You could do it when you want, but at some point you got to do it.
At some point he's going to.
Yeah,
he's got to cash it in. He has to.
Have to because they could take him out of that position if they want.
Good.
You think Ari Emanuel?
But he's not.
No, they're not gonna take him out.
That's him and Arya like this.
Yeah, they're not gonna take him out.
Man.
Again, so that goes with reference really quickly. Personal lore. That's where the nickname comes from.
What?
Ari, the John Ari. So it's in reference to Ari Emanuel, also who was referenced as Ari Gold from Entourage.
I was about to say, I thought that was okay.
That's exactly what it's.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's his man. He
ain't gonna like
and
that.
And especially after that whole DC power play fell the fuck apart, Rock can't fuck up no more. He gotta.
But he is. Because he makes everything about himself, and he does not let other people get the shine.
And yet now you have Travis Scott, who is one of the most followed people in the fucking world, right next to The Rock, who is the most followed person in the world, next to John Cena, who is the most followed person in the world of WWE, who's about to break through with that because of this, has now put more eyes on him.
With Sage.
It's all about the marketing, man.
Sage.
You know, get Travis.
Get
Travis the fuck up out of here.
Can you imagine Arsenal saying, "Save this. I see what he's doing, but I want you involved now. I need you involved."
He'll take Travis, take that fucking Red Bull can, whatever the fuck he was sipping.
What that was.
What was that shit?
That's the Rock's energy drink.
Oh, fucking cool. No, what? Yo, that is bad marketing. You see what that shit does to you?
Slap my hand from
a couple sips of that. That nigga was bugging. He had to lean on the ropes to get consciousness. What the fuck are we talking about? He was wilding, son.
That man was doing something else besides
drinking. It's the Rock's. I think it's called Goa or some shit like that. Goa, some shit like that. That's what that was.
I'm good.
That's what he was drinking.
I'm good on all that. I'm good on the energy drink. I'm good on his tequila. I'm good on all of that
shit.
The
Rock's tequila fire.
I've never been a tequila person. So
I love tequila.
Tequila's fire. Honestly, it's right up there because I'm only few and far between with tequila too. I'm an Avion drinker, but
you love Entourage, don't you?
That's a fact.
The fuck?
That's a fact. Gotta have a binge watch soon.
But yeah, so I don't see Cena. But here's the thing. I hope they don't put that fucking belt on him, man.
Or Cena? I hope that's my prediction for WrestleMania.
What?
WrestleMania's going to end with John Cena getting his 17th title.
Why would you have him get 17 as a heel?
He's going to get...
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Because it follows through the story.
That doesn't make any sense.
And then what you do is...
You have him breaking Ric Flair as a heel.
From there, you take his story and you have John Cena goes through his rogues gallery all the way leading up until December.
And if that's the fucking case, who takes the title from him?
That's where I don't know. That's what I feel like happens. Cena wins it at WrestleMania, and then have him go through CM Punk's,
he ain't gonna be here enough
Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, go through all the people that had pivotal moments in his career that are still can go.
He don't need the title
until you get to December. And December, I don't know who beats him. I just don't know.
But my thing is that if you announce this is your last year and you're Cena, how would you not be agreed to win a belt?
I'm not saying you don't get the belt.
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm not. You're just not at WrestleMania as a heel.
So what the fuck? Like,
win that shit at SummerSlam as face.
May 8th on fucking Raw? Like some weird ass real ass day? So then what would it be?
SummerSlam, nigga.
The big cheer as a
you
good
need
guy.
that pop as him as a heel fighting back to whoever the fuck is the heel at the time. Whether it be Punk, whether it be fucking whether it be Seth, whether it be whoever.
I kind of see the marketing side of it, but I get where you're coming from.
Like, whether it be whoever. And it makes him that much more desperate. Look
does.
at the reaction you got when he lost at the Rumble.
Yo, that loss at the Rumble surprised the hell out of me.
I'm so glad he fucking lost.
I'm
glad too, and I'm glad that it was Jay who won. I didn't see that coming at all.
I'm really shocked he lost.
Niggas is tight.
I thought that was the path, honestly.
Niggas is tight. Jay about to get that belt.
Why?
Well,
he hates Gunther.
Oh, that's actually something else that I was going to lead into too. This is one of the things that you stated that we was talking about last week. You were saying that Jey Uso has by far the strongest and most visceral spears out of all the wrestlers that have performed the move.
The thing with him, the thing with Jay, and I love Jay.
He's trying to dodge it.
No, I love Jay. I do, and I'm glad that he's finally getting his due because. He's like Kofi. He's a testament to a motherfucker who put the work in, and you know,
definitely.
You know, the yeet shit definitely helped, and I understand.
Tell him how much you hate
that spear has to go, man. that spear has to go. Yo, this is coming as a fan. That spear has to go.
Tell him how much you hate Gunther.
That spear has to go, bro.
That's not disrespectful.
And I'm glad that Gunther is actually wrestling. Thank fucking Christ.
Gunther needs to be in that professional slap box thing.
Like,
that's what he needs. All he does is body chops.
He's a wrestler.
Man,
he's a professional.
He looks like the old school wrestlers. It's just a flair to him. Get his Bob Backlund ass the fuck up out of here. Like, I'm sorry.
You know what hurt Gunther too? His booking and losing Imperium.
Yeah, when they broke up Imperium, that hurt him.
You think so? I don't care enough.
Yeah, well, you don't care enough, but I think
seeing him walk in with the Imperium entrance with the World Heavyweight title was a great visual.
Yes, it was.
And him in a suit with the belt is still a great visual.
Agreed.
So
fuck him. Fuck those loafers.
I just hope that Jay.
Belt, fuck that weird ass hairdo to the slot to the side.
I just hope that Jay does better than he did against his brother.
Honestly, I think he will.
Because
he knows the pressure that's on it.
If he puts that shit out there,
what
with that weak ass spear
and the recycled ass super kick,
bro.
Well, listen.
This is not 2019 Young Bucks, nigga. I don't need a fucking super kick party, nigga. And you know who I hate? You know what super kicks I hate? When they slap the shit out their leg when they doing a super. I fucking hate that shit.
Nah, you gotta hear that.
And it's so obvious.
You gotta
like,
hear that
bro.
impact.
Especially with the knees
like, yo, really?
Yeah.
Tajiri didn't super kick like that.
Tajiri did not super kick like that.
His super kick was fire, nigga.
Tajiri used to kick the shit out of like
that's a fact.
Like you got backhand.
And you would hear that shit.
Yeah, you heard the shit.
His super kick sounded like how Bianca's whip sounded in the Elimination Chamber.
Yo.
That's how his super kick. It sounded like a fucking gunshot.
Yo, y'all could beat the shit out of
And there was no leg slapping in that shit.
No,
and that promo was ass that they did with Jade on SmackDown.
You didn't like that?
Last night?
She didn't sound like a face at all. Liv was making all the sense in the world.
Yes, she was.
Like
that I liked.
Yeah, what are we doing here? Like, what was the point of this? You have this empty arena promo. Empty arena promos are supposed to be calm, quiet, emotional, and getting to the shit.
They turned that.
Not no catty shit.
I was gonna say they turned that to a fucking Love and Hip Hop episode.
Yeah, like.
Out there. I mean, but Liv was speaking facts, but
we waiting for Lash Legend for that Love and Hip Hop shit.
Oh shit, I'm weak. True. Why are we doing?
But actually, yeah,
like,
one of y'all sent in the story about the behind the scenes shit actually that's going on with Jade and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, that was.
So I was actually gonna bring that up.
That was gonna be my topic. So the news report that went around about Jade Cargill and the match they had, a series of matches they had, not only on the live events but also throughout their time with the tag team titles going back and forth with the women's tag team. Of course, they obviously had issues with Shayna's working stiff, but Shayna's not working stiff. That's how Shayna's been working for years. Shayna comes from not only the MMA background, but that's Josh Barnett's crown jewel. If you don't know who Josh Barnett is, look him up. Like, there's nothing like low-key wrestling at all about Josh Barnett. But whatever. My thing is, Jade had the same dust-up with Red Velvet when they had their promo thing back and forth when Red was coming up for the TBS title. Remember that?
Same thing with Britt Baker.
Same with Britt Baker. My thing is, what Jade is experiencing, what she's not realizing, is she was a lot more protected on AEW. Shayna Baszler will beat that ass. Shayna Baszler will choke you out within the next 15 seconds of a commercial.
Mad good. Sorry.
Nah, I got the sense of going. I got the sense of
No, I was talking about that.
Oh, that? Oh, yeah. I guess we might as well.
Okay, Toucan Sam? The fuck?
Just saying.
We might as well.
I'm a connoisseur, bro.
Listen, whatever. If anybody's interested in sponsoring, that'd be great.
But, what was I about to say?
We can take the point. But we were talking about Shayna Baszler and Jade. I feel like, personally, Jade is not realizing how protected she was in AEW. Especially being someone new. Yeah. When that crossover... I get it. Maybe Triple H has got a lot more hands-on with Jade at this point. I'm hoping that's the case. But I don't think it didn't translate over. Like, you can't get away with some of the shit you got away with in AEW.
Not even that. It's like, this ain't AEW, my nigga.
like it's a lot more eyes on you, bro.
It's not even that. You're not the only fish here.
No. No. Big fish, if you wanted to say, in size-wise, too.
She's coming from AEW where it was just her and Britt, basically.
Also facts.
You're not as, you a star, and we're gonna build around you. Of course.
But you don't have.
But
the
you're
chops.
still green.
Yeah,
you're still green. You're still green. But you getting there. You definitely improving every match I see. She's getting better and better. But the thing with her, she needs to realize too, and a part of it is on the company because let's just be honest, they treat their stars like stars, as they should. I fucking love her finish.
Oh, Mercedes?
Yeah.
People hate it on that shit.
This is where Mercedes needs to stay. In the ring. Because that promo shit, I don't know what the hell she got going on, but her promos on AEW television have been absolutely terrible. Yeah, well, honestly, that's been one of my things with Mercedes' run in AEW so far. That's
so
things.
They gave her all those belts and she doesn't have every box checked. That's what you're telling me?
It's because of her in ring, and she's a star. If you're a startup promotion or a promotion that's trying to gain viewers, you're gonna put your belt on her because you know you're gonna get
that many fucking belts.
Well, put it like this: 2 of those belts are for like promotions that fake just started, that just trying to get their belts seen wherever they at, and you know she gonna win everywhere the fuck she go.
That's the Queen of Southside one, man.
The Evolve shit. Not Evolve.
The New Japan Strong.
Not the New Japan, the other one.
Oh, the Pro.
Yeah, there you go. Especially them.
Breath Pro and Britain.
They need to see. There you go. That's the belt right there.
Breath Pro.
Okay,
they need as much eyes on that shit as possible.
Okay, I get that, but you mean to tell me that there's nobody in AEW right now that can dwarf Mercedes in every box?
Not in the ring.
Not in the ring.
Are you sure? Because
yeah,
I'm close with one.
Obviously, y'all know way more than me.
One.
I saw that
anyway.
One.
Who?
Athena. That's the all-in match for me. Athena. She was Ember Moon in WWE. Oh, you didn't see it.
Yeah,
I put you on it.
Only reason why I challenged that is because of what I saw last week when I saw what was it, Tony Storm and
Mariah May.
They could get to it.
He saw the Mariah May Tony Storm match.
They can get to it. So.
Honestly,
they look like they can control, do good promos and mic
Kenny
skills.
Omega.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I feel like when it comes to Mercedes, the next gradual thing for me is to get rid of the TBS championship to somebody credible and move her to the world title division. It's time.
Yeah.
So wait, she doesn't have the world title?
No, she basically has the equivalent of the TV title.
You know who has the world title?
Who has the world
Women's
title?
world title.
Maybe you won't.
Tony Storm.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Timeless
Tony Storm.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
TTS.
Tony Time.
No.
I want to see it.
Timeless.
I want to see a timeless match. I want to see Tony Time versus Tiffy Time.
Well, that's not happening. For at least 5 years.
That's a.
Whoa! What do you mean in 5 years?
I said
who's
at least
leaving
5
where?
years.
You think Tiffany would leave WWE?
Tony Storm at some point is going to leave AEW.
I don't know about
It's going to
that.
run its course. It's going to run.
I don't know about that one.
It's going to run. Not again. I said it in the next 5 years because she just signed a contract.
That's not that unheard. I mean, that's not that weird to believe.
No,
if
but
you look at the
just
women's
like
division,
I think eventually
all
Swerve
NXT
is going back too.
What? He just signed to 2029 though.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a while, but he wants. I know he wants to go back there and shove it in all their faces. That he did it.
No, but he's right. It's the concept that you get to a point where I left there. Same way with Aleister Black, Cody Rhodes. Cody is the biggest example of it.
Him and Drew.
And that's the funny part is WWE was smart with getting Cody to sign back because he's the poster child of okay, you're in AEW, that's great. Wembley, All In, Texas Stadium, cool. This is WrestleMania. No, I know, but the idea is, but this is WrestleMania. Come do WrestleMania here, and then that's why it's the transition.
I think Cody fucked himself when he did that whole thing about he can't win the AEW championship.
He did.
That was dumb.
So whenever you need the account, but there's an account that I have for Max that has the early days of AEW.
Fuck, those were some good matches.
Cody basically checkered himself into a box where he'd lose a match, he could no longer challenge for AEW World Title, and he lost. But the way he lost kind of made it even worse. So during the rest of his time in AEW, which was another 2 years after that, he could not challenge for the world title. Him winning the world title would have put AEW on a different trajectory, and WWE would have been a different landscape altogether.
He was basically like that year that he was basically the fucking champ with Roman not being around.
Yeah,
but he had to hold the company down was the champ without the belt type shit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Hence why the TNT title got created out of nowhere. Because I know the build-up for it was there, but then Cody being the first person to win it, it was okay, well, respectfully, here's your title, make it of something. And he did. He turned it into something.
Oh, so he Seth Rollins did?
Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah. What the fuck?
What the fuck is it? The main event.
Is this your king? This is the main event?
No, they're legit entertainment. Well, it is the main event, but their team name is the main event.
It's with an E, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard of him.
Jay Lion and Midas Black.
This motherfucker came out dressed like Rafiki from Lion King.
Well, they're in a big match because this match against the Cold Blooded Killers, if they lose, of course they lose the title match, but they also have to break up as a team.
When is Zilla losing that belt?
I don't know.
What the hell? This is a tag team?
Yeah.
They're so mismatched.
They usually dressed up as a circus act. So he's the ringleader, and he's an actual lion, a human lion.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yo, did you see your boy Vince is trying to start a wrestling company?
Yeah.
What the? we doing here?
Motherfuckers saying they made Vince. Made Vince say, okay, so.
Well, he can't do it until his case is fully over.
And that case is going to go on for a minute, so I don't know who's going to be his
Which
second
case
command.
is this? Because this.
The what's called case is still ongoing.
Janelle Grant shit.
Janelle Grant shit.
I thought he'd been paid that shit off.
Well, he was paying off, but I think the payment stopped or some shit. That's why she came out and sued him.
Yo, she T-Mobile that nigga. As soon as your shit is. As soon as that money run out, click.
Because I think it's supposed to be like 10 million, and she only got like 2.
Yeah.
Because she got 2, she got 1 up front, and then he was paying her in installments, and it just stopped.
It's going to continue to go on, though. This song won't be.
Bro, he shit on her head.
Yeah, I know. I told him that
That's some wild shit.
Literally. Honestly, that's the main reason why we made that hype in the group chat that Zarya NXT is using the F5. Because that was such the protective move of Brock Lesnar, who now also is named in the suit as well. So it was like,
yeah,
holy shit, we're giving a
Brock
woman a F5?
Well, yeah, because we can't give a man one.
Why not?
I feel like it's a different reaction and different impact when it's a woman.
That nigga Brock is a freak.
Yeah, that nigga Brock is different.
That nigga Brock is a freak. Did you ever see that story? He grabbed this woman like pussy piercing, and it was like until he was like bleeding.
Yo,
no.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He said no.
What are we doing here, son?
Yeah,
that nigga
bro.
was a wild boy.
There's a wild boy. They wanted to build those after Kofi.
Well, I heard they were named after black wrestlers.
Yeah.
You ever heard the plane ride from hell story?
No, don't put them on. Let him watch the Vice episode. I'll give him at least part of it. Let him watch it. I'm gonna put you on the Vice episode. We should do that as a binge watch.
Fuck. Alright, yeah, because y'all can see my real reaction. Because I don't be with none of that weird fuck shit.
Yeah, that shit was different.
You know who Dino Bravo is? How he got killed?
No.
Why are you trying to poison his mind, bro? Give him some time. You just started the podcast. This is episode 1.
My bad.
Yeah.
Because you got me thinking about those Dark Side of the Ring episodes now.
That shit was different.
They did one in the Benoit shit too.
They did.
I'm sure they did.
That one.
You don't do that many fucking moves like that and don't get some shit knocked loose.
And he was taking steroids. So
different, man. CTE, man.
That nigga was taking steroids and washing it down with vodka. That nigga was a Wolverine for real. That's some Wolverine shit right there.
Yo.
Steroids and vodka? That nigga was crazy, yo.
The greatest, I guess, I don't know, error, mistake, the most dangerous thing was that this motherfucker had kids.
Yeah.
What parenting are you doing like that?
Yeah, he killed one.
I headbutt niggas all day for work. Come home, wash drugs down with vodka. I'm gonna be an upstanding parent to teach you right and wrong?
And then drank wine before he killed himself.
We have to add wine in there? Damn.
They found an empty bottle of wine by the bar.
Man, he bodied his family.
How did he kill himself?
Why do we have to put wine as the cherry on top?
What was it?
Y'all see my point? What the fuck are we talking about?
Himself. Did he hang himself? I can't remember, bro.
Oh no, it was the pull-up bar. He took the fucking bar off. It's a sick motherfucker right there. But he knew what he was doing because he looked on his Google search at what was the most painless way of killing yourself.
Wouldn't it just... Alright, we're not going to get into that.
We're not. Can we pivot the conversation?
My bad. Sorry.
Pivot the
I was thinking about them Vice episodes. My bad.
Clearly.
Pivot the conversation.
Yeah.
This thing got Donald Trump on his boxers.
Yeah, these niggas, Cobalt Killers.
Yeah, can we this is getting out of hand.
We can change this up, bro. So y'all want to watch up, bro?
I'm cool. I don't care either way.
Let's see you want to watch a segment from into what's called?
You know what I want to watch?
What's that?
Thugonomics Cena. Because niggas,
that's the Cena.
Niggas is all hype over heel Cena, and they don't realize Cena is a heel. Wasn't all that fucking great.
So
I liked it.
Like
it's still good.
It wasn't.
I liked it.
It wasn't all that fucking great.
So what we're gonna do is
I liked the throwback jerseys. I liked the freestyling, even though it was whatever.
Nigga said this heel Cena is gonna be like his character in Fast and Furious.
We're gonna pivot to WWE's YouTube channel.
I'm not mad at that though.
WWE dropped the actual anthology of during the time he was John Cena Thugonomics. I actually watched it like as a tape study a few days ago.
I'm curious. I know they're never gonna show it, but You know he was supposed to turn heel in 2012.
No.
He had like, what was 2012 after he lost to The Rock? He was supposed to turn heel.
I bet stopped watching at that point. So
Yeah, what was the point that you stopped watching? I meant to ask that.
Nick never turned heel.
Mm-hmm. This is when I stopped watching. Right around here.
I bet. So long story short, you know Miz. Yes. I'm gonna just give you the cliff notes real quick. Rock came back initially to host WrestleMania.
Why am I not fucking surprised? It's a fucking rerun.
It was John Cena and
The
Miz.
Can I drop some random shit real quick in the middle of this episode? Hold on, I gotta drop this real quick.
It was John.
I just threw on Murs featuring John Cena Hustle, produced by Ninth Wonder.
It was Miz and Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Miz had this. So John Cena and because you remember John Cena was talking shit about The Rock for years. Prior to this, talking about you a part-time bastard, all kind of shit. You don't love the business, blah blah blah.
Yeah, well, he's not wrong.
So then he was hosting. They in the main event, Rock bottomed the shit out of Cena, so he lost. Next day on Raw, they do first time ever. They announced the main event for next year that day, him and Cena. So it was a year-long build of them two. Everybody thought Cena was gonna win.
I did.
I had a feeling that they were going to do it the other way, but it's up to Ross.
Is that where that meme came from? Where Cena's just looking down and depressed?
Yeah.
So
yeah, bro. Yeah.
By the way, that first match was really good.
Yeah, it was.
In Miami, that was a
really good match.
Rock wins. Cena looks like how Cody looked when he lost last year. So it was supposed to be a situation where he came out the next Raw and turned heel. Cena was supposed to turn heel. Apparently, he recorded a new track. He had new gear. He had new everything. But Vince shut it the fuck down. So I'm curious to see if he's going to have any of that. Because I'm just curious to know what the plan was for that. So I'm curious to see how he goes about this promo. Because you have to say something that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can't just say, oh, I need to win 17. It has to be more than that. You could have won 17 as a face. So why did you have to sell your soul?
Because I think it makes a more compelling story because it's like, that was my initial question. It's like, where the fuck does Cena fit in all of this? We have a lot to build and do with CM and Seth. We have a lot we could still kind of do with CM and Drew. We have a lot that we can do with Seth and Roman. We have a lot that we can do with who the fuck else. Like, there's a lot of shit that we can do. Like, we could do Roman and so. Like, there's a lot of things going on. Like, where the fuck does Cena fit? I understand the last lap, last run, and all that shit, but you got to make it make sense. So I think this is how they kind of squared that circle.
Which is why I don't think he should win
at all.
Not now. He should get 17. I just don't think at WrestleMania. Okay. That's all. He has to get 17.
He has to. You're right.
I hope he loses at fucking WrestleMania.
That would be crazy.
Because how does he go? What did he go from there?
Wait, does anybody have a Money in the Bank that can cash in?
No.
Okay.
Money in the Bank hasn't happened yet, but I have a prediction for that. I was going to bring that up as a topic.
Okay. Austin Theory. No, I'm joking.
Imagine, but no, it's not going to happen.
Nah, I don't want to see that. Not yet. I'm still waiting on the fucking dismemberment of this Waller and A-Town shit. Like
that's a super slow burn. That's not gonna happen.
It's really fucking slow.
It's super slow burn.
Damn, is it slow? I thought the triple threat thing with between them two and Trick. I thought that was gonna be the one that was gonna set it off. Fuck these motherfuckers. Power of friendship, anime ass motherfuckers.
You don't have to do that one. Just put in Dr. Thugonomics. I'm sure they have other highlights. Yeah.
I forgot you was trying to look for that.
Yeah.
I
don't see where the build. How are they gonna build this?
Every time I think about Dr. Thung, I think about that fucking match with JDL. Fuck, that was such a great match. Oh my god, that was such a great match.
I have a random moment. Anytime I think of Dr. Thugonomics, I think of the freestyle he did on WrestleMania against Fabulous.
Was that the same WrestleMania he drove the Mustang through the glass?
I think so. I think so. And he always dissing Jay-Z too. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fucking historic, bro. You never saw that?
No.
Oh, shit.
Fab versus C.
There you go.
Alright. I'm cool.
So you think you're untouchable?
Nah, man. He came out. I'll never forget. I think the album had just dropped.
Which album?
His album.
John Cena's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His album just dropped. And then all of a sudden, he started like really getting deep into doing the like rapping and freestyling on a regular basis. I don't even know if he was really on the card.
Damn.
This is heel. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit is not heel. Like, I don't know what niggas is expecting.
Yeah,
because as soon as he turned, the niggas like, oh, Dunkonomics! Bro, he's not doing that. That's not what this is.
No, this is not silly Vince heel. That's not what this is going to be.
Yoked up ass Brock.
I think he was the heel for that time, because that was the time where wacky shit was acceptable.
That's true. But I feel like when it came down to the whole, like even the situation now, where we're getting to talking about John Cena being heel,
he should have came out bald.
I honestly feel like I said it to somebody else too. I honestly feel like if he's gonna play into this, it's gonna be full suit heel.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
gonna
be
Hollywood Cena.
It's gonna be when you see him getting interviewed at the movies and shit. It's his regular outfit Cena, because for him, he's gonna turn to wear
darker colors though.
Yeah.
Because when he's on red carpets, he wear mad bright ass colors and shit.
This is true. But that blue suit with the fucking yellow tie he had, I forgot one of them is. That shit's fine.
I want to hear the music. If I'm him, I'm coming out there with a trash can. I'm throwing the jorts in that bitch. I'm throwing the t-shirt in there and the hat and lighting that shit on fire. That's some heel shit.
That's a fact. I'm letting that shit right there on fire.
All that hustle, loyalty, respect shit is
burn
dead,
that shit. Burn all that shit.
Fuck y'all. Y'all turn y'all back. All I've been doing is losing and shit.
And then from right then and
fuck
there,
y'all.
No more Make-A-Wish either. I'm not accepting no more.
I don't think any kid wants to wish that.
Nah, that's fine, but the people are going to still want to wish it because they want to get that behind the scenes type of... Nah, shut that down. Shut that down.
How much time do you think they give him tomorrow? Do you open the show with him?
That's tough.
Yeah, we know
you can't put it 3 hours. It's not going to be the main fucking event.
Yeah, we know he's either going to open or close.
I want to see what the card is tomorrow.
That's a good question too. I feel like because we're trying to build this so dramatically, they'll probably have him close if they're smart. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Let Seth Rollins open the show like he does every Monday. Welcome to Monday Night Rollins. That shit is perfect. That shit works. That shit is good. You can always count on Seth to sell something.
Oh yeah, they're opening the show with it. The main event.
You see,
the main event is no. They didn't announce it. The main event is going to be the Intercontinental Championship match between Breakker and Balor.
Who the fuck cares about that?
You bugging.
Yo,
compared to what we're talking about right now.
That's why you open the show.
That's why you open the show with it. It's too hot not to. Because at the end of the day, you
and he didn't say shit at the press conference either.
It's got to be business as usual because you're still trying to drive the fact that Judgment Day, who carried Raw storyline wise for all these years, are still breaking. So you're going to have to continue that. You don't open the show with that. That's not the hottest thing going on.
Aleister Black about to bring that shit back to life.
You think
that
so?
That Judgment Day shit. I can't wait. He gonna redo that whole shit. And it's gonna be back how Edge started the shit.
The only way I believe Aleister... Oh, so you don't know Aleister Black?
Not really.
The only way I believe Aleister Black brings back Judgment Day is if they drop a teaser promo on Raw tomorrow. It dropping on SmackDown has me believe he's going to be a SmackDown superstar.
Nah. Is it weird to say that the Aleister Black person y'all talking about is kind of... in my head, he kind of gives me Karrion Kross vibes?
In a sense, but their characters are different. Karrion is more of I see Karrion's character more of as a prophet.
You know who Karrion reminds me of?
He's like a whisperer.
Yeah.
Like your inner thoughts, he's going to pick it out because it's there.
I'm about to sound like a nerd. You know who Karrion reminds me of now? What he's doing now? Remember Just Joe?
Vaguely, a little bit.
He was like a dude like he would just cause shit. like in the back, like in the locker room and shit. You would just see him in segments, just lurking and talking shit, causing mad problems for no reason for everybody.
Oh, so Jay.
Like, he'll walk up to motherfuckers like,
wow.
I wouldn't let him talk to me like that.
Wow.
And then just walk off type shit.
Wow.
He would talk, like, start so much shit with people on. And it'd be little segments in the back. But like, oh, that's just Joe. That's how they go, oh, that's just Joe. But he would start real programs with people off of his bullshit. There'd be no problem between these two wrestlers, and that nigga would just pop his head in the situation like, that nigga's a bitch. You could take him. What, come on, man. What are we doing here? You should be fighting for a championship. He would just talk shit. That's who Karrion reminds me of.
I love that about Karrion, though.
I saw some post that said like Karrion is a very integral part of how a lot of people turn heel or turn face.
No, that's a fact. No.
Cheating ass.
Karrion Kross is the main reason. I see Karrion Kross as a Loki version for Monday Night Raw. If you think about almost every major story that's going on Monday Night Raw, Karrion Kross has had a hand in it and how it's weaved throughout. Mm-hmm. Down from the everything with the New Day to how everything's building up with AJ Styles now with Logan Paul, who whatever. I guess that's going to be a fucking match at WrestleMania.
Fuck Logan Paul.
Well, and we'll never be on impulsive. I'm not saying that there was sometimes aiming for. I'm just throwing it out there.
That nigga is.
I feel like it was essential to Karrion find his way after Akam and Razor got released.
Oh, and the Authors of Pain?
Yeah.
AOPP.
I was wondering what happened to him.
That's AOPP right there.
Okay. Now the fact that they found... I did feel like I should ask, but I'm
what the fuck? Yeah, where's all the P come from?
Huh? You remember that segment with them not years, but a couple, like maybe 2 years ago with Drake Maverick when they made him piss on himself?
Oh, yeah. No. I remember that.
I thought you were going to say, like, all this
a lot, bro. Yo, they had that man in a green suit with nothing but pee coming out his damn pants, bro. Yo, what the fuck? Shout out to Drake Maverick, man.
I feel like thankfully I missed a lot.
He stuck through it, man.
I'm cool.
I remember love for Rockstar
Man,
Squad.
you didn't have to suffer through the Fox SmackDown era.
I came back to straight sanitation.
Bro,
dump truck ass just dropping on fucking Caden Carter, man.
You came back for the Nikita Lyons.
Shit. You didn't have to suffer through the Fiend and Seth Rollins and Hell in a Cell.
Nope.
That was one of the worst matches I ever fucking seen. Hell in a Cell matches I ever seen.
You didn't have to suffer through fucking Roman Reigns getting literal dog food getting dumped on him while he was
They had a ref stoppage and a Hell in a Cell match.
A ref stoppage?
Yeah.
The fuck you talking? What does that mean?
Yeah. The ref rang the bell and stopped the match.
For
Because
what?
Seth Rollins hit the Fiend with a mallet. Not because he hit him with a toolbox. Not because he hit him with a sledgehammer. Not because he hit him with the fucking brass knuckles. Not because he hit him in the head with a chair. Because he hit him with a fucking mallet. The nigga rang the bell and it was just like, yo, that's too much. Yo, that crowd shit on it. Yo. They went off the air to people chanting AEW.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So wait, that was a bad match?
Yeah.
It was fucking terrible.
Because
the cell was red. It was just
from what I've been watching from 2022 till now, you saw me on last week, and we'll have a clip for that. Seth doesn't have a bad match. I have never seen one.
No, he does.
I have never seen.
He has a few. He has a few, but it's not his fault.
Few and far between. It's the dance. It's always about the dance partners. I always say that.
And
the
Vince.
story. And Vince. And Vince.
But how does that work when we're talking about back in the days when he was the company guy?
Well, he would book the matches.
Right, but if you're the favorite, everything is going to be done to angle you to look in the best light.
Yeah, but it's how you do it. It's how you do it. When you look like an absolute jackass and you beating up the person that every single person in the crowd wants to see win, and you're supposed to be the face,
it kind of changes
that's
the landscape.
when you have a problem.
Yeah. Start looking at things differently.
You booking him as a hero, but everybody else said, fuck that. The other guy's the hero. Yep. Fuck Seth Rollins. That whole Universal title run he had, a lot of it was his fault, but a lot of it wasn't. And he cracked under that pressure and said a lot of dumb shit in the fucking media that he shouldn't have said.
That's why I find it interesting that So remember we briefly
This nigga with this big ass. This nigga Rikishi.
Cena versus Rikishi. SmackDown from November.
That's like the prime Amazura attire right there.
I'm weak. I'm weak. Come on, bro.
Is it not?
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry to localize the pod real quick, but if you've been in New York and you've been to Amazura and you look at Rikishi's outfit, you'll see the comparison.
I'm not gonna lie. You gotta give me an extra 50,000 to take a stink face. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah.
For you to say that another man gotta put his big ass in my face, bro, and then sit on me. Nah, son. That shit look crazy, bro. Like,
just nut sweat whiffed in your face.
Imagine this nigga farted during a match, which I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has.
Come on, bro.
That's how you know this O2. Niggas wearing Hooters shirts in the front row.
Shout out to Hooters, man. Going down to Blazing Glory.
Yeah, Tajiri.
Yeah, we just talking about Tajiri.
Yeah, Tajiri's not playing.
Cena and Matt Hardy versus Rikishi and Tajiri.
Yeah, Tajiri. Look at the short Cena.
SmackDown, November 14, 2002. My man looks like a mustard bottle.
Bro,
with a splash of ketchup.
His first name was the Prototype.
Yeah, it was Prototype.
What the fuck you expect?
What
kind of pen was that?
Rookie Cena, man. Rookie Cena.
That's when Matt Hardy had real hair. Yeah, fuck with Matt Hardy. That's my guy. One of the most creative motherfuckers in wrestling, yo.
Definitely.
Super creative.
That he is.
One thing about that nigga Matt Hardy, he always gonna have an idea. Now, is it gonna be good? That, we'll see. But that nigga will always have an idea, yo.
We're not gonna
people like that.
We're not gonna delete that.
Good, thanks.
I don't want to delete nothing. Fuck it. Stand on business.
Tajiri was such a little monster in the ring, yo.
Yeah, he was.
Man, legitimately carried the cruiserweight division throughout WWE's time.
And he was instrumental in carrying those pies in the Diva search.
What?
Really?
Carrying those pies to the ring. And they used to sit on the pies and get like cream on their ass and shit. Niggas forget how sexualized WWE was.
Oh, I don't. It's how I came back. The fuck is you talking about?
Like, they had live sex celebrations. You know what the funny thing about that is? She didn't want to do that.
Who?
Lita? Lita did Edge.
No, I knew that.
Like,
I knew Edge did.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Cena went to talk to Vince. I was like, yo, she don't want to do it. And Vince was like, fuck that. Y'all doing it, man.
Yo, Vince forgot this shit was a fucking ring. This nigga was taking mad pages out of fucking
into the ring.
Yo, I was never forget watching.
Yo, I was sitting there watching like, what the fuck is happening right now?
What are we doing? Where's the rest? Nah, dead ass.
I was a horny child. I was all the way with the shits. Like, I
sat there.
Let it ride.
We're really
Let's go.
doing this.
Let's do it.
We're really doing this because I didn't believe
Bro,
it.
Vince was the same dude who wanted to run an incest angle with
Yeah.
Sheesh, man.
No wonder him and Hulk Hogan got along so well.
Shout out to Seth Rollins for his comments about Hulk Hogan, man.
What did he say about Hulk?
He played that safe.
Did you see that Hulk made some kids cry or some shit like that?
That sounds about right. Were they black kids?
At an event.
No.
He's having some event for his shitty beer. And apparently he started like freaking out and like cursing out the kids and shit, and like kids started crying and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's shout out to Hulk Hogan, man.
Going down exactly how he should.
It's like, I mean, listen, man. According to him, they only booed him on Netflix because of his political views.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's
Hulk, really?
You been a fuck nigga for years.
It's like, Hulk, really? Maybe they booed you because you're an admitted racist.
I haven't legit taken that.
Yo, you know when I was done with Hulk after the whole John Graziano story, with the whole car crash and his son and shit.
You know about that?
And them jailhouse tapes. Once I heard them tapes,
you know enough of it to tell.
This is WCW days.
No, this was as like.
Long story short, Hulk dumbass son was drag racing drunk with a friend of his, got into an accident. The fucking kid is a vegetable now, and then his son ended up going to jail. And then they released the jailhouse tapes of him and his son talking shit. Talking about how God laid some heavy shit on that kid because all he did was talk mean to people and making it just blaming the kid when he wasn't even on driving the fucking car. It was your dumbass son. Talking about how they hope they don't get reincarnated as a couple of black guys.
Yeah, no. Fuck
Talking shit and carny and shit. Blizzak Gazais. Hopefully we don't come back as a bunch of black guys. And then his mom calling him talking about, oh, I'm sitting here at the beach. It's not fair you're not here. You know, it's their fault. It's that kid's family's fault. They raised a bad son. I said, these people are out of their fucking minds. Yeah. That whole family is out of their fucking minds. Out of their fucking minds. You don't want to be reincarnated as black guys. Where the fuck did that even come from?
Yeah, it was something nice. Yeah, it was a rough time.
Like,
yeah, it was a rough time.
Where the fuck did that even come from? Like, what?
The toughest part is when you start deviating all the stuff that's going on outside the ring, and it just ignores the inside the ring stuff too.
Yeah.
So it makes it tough, man.
When it comes flashing down and
you start saying,
motherfucker brought Jimmy Hart out there with an American flag and thought the shit was gonna be sweet. Like, everybody loved Jimmy Hart.
We don't love you.
Yeah. Get that fuck nigga out of here.
Nigga brought out Jimmy Hart waving a fucking American flag. Nigga, fuck you, brother. Like, what the fuck is you talking about?
Shout out to Jimmy Hart, man. For real, shout out to Jimmy Hart.
Or I am a real man. Yeah, Jimmy Hart, like.
Shout out to Jimmy Hart, man. I will say one thing though. That whole ordeal did eventually lead to them realizing at least commercials are better for Hogan going forward. And now they have to be a little bit more smart about some of these decisions they're making, even though the Saudi one is always going to be on the fly.
Did you hear that bullshit report they came out with about how he was so disappointed when he got to the back?
Yeah, I heard
and
that.
Then he then thought for a minute and then thought he could come back as heel and potentially do a match.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You ain't doing no match? You can't even stand. What are you talking about? You can't even stand for too long. Talk about doing a match.
I feel like if the motherfucker can't make his way out to the ring, why are we peddling this motherfucker out here?
Why are we here?
Motherfucker,
you gotta sell real American beer.
The Titantron. Niggas was just like, what the f- take this old nigga the fuck back out of here.
You gotta sell real American beer.
Man.
Alright, well, before we close up this episode, I did want to do something I feel like that would be very big for a debut episode.
Hey, yo.
Hey, come on, man. Don't be doing it.
So, I'm listening.
Right now, don't think too deep into it. First thing come to your mind.
Hey, yo.
3 matches that you get now guaranteed will be added to the WrestleMania card.
Added?
Yep. We don't talk about we already know the guarantees. Cena, Rose.
You think they're gonna do
No, hold on.
You think they're gonna do Andre the Giant Battle Royale?
Oh man, that's
how many fucking giants do you have?
How do you think they're gonna get the rest of them niggas on the card? Because I know you got 2 nights, but how many fucking people can you really put on there that showcase everybody? Where's Penta?
Yo, honestly, where will you put Penta on the WrestleMania card?
Where you putting the women outside of Jade and fucking Naomi and
Liv and
Rhea and all of them?
Well, that's really it. I mean, what else would you be able to do?
You know they're gonna have a legend segment.
Have to.
Both
nights. A legend segment. Both nights.
Like a match with a legend?
Something is gonna happen.
Something.
Some bullshit. And
so
bring a ref!
Ref runs
Remember
out.
when they did that bullshit with Rock and the Wyatt family a few years ago?
Quickest match in WrestleMania history.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
He was out there making an appearance, and then the Wyatt family was like, "Oh, we should fuck you up," and then it was like, "All right, fuck that," and ripped his shit off, and he had his gear on. All he did was rock bottom the nigga, give him a people's elbow, and then fucking hit the 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's the fastest WrestleMania match in history. Even faster than Daniel Bryan getting the shit kicked out of him.
By Sheamus.
And losing the World Heavyweight shit. That was so fucking dumb. That's the Vince special right there.
He wasn't around for that one.
No.
He kicked the shit out of him at 1, 2, 3.
I mean, legit.
What the fuck?
A full-on pump bro kick and kick the shit out of Daniel Bryan, bro. I was like, nah, this is not how it's gonna end. It wasn't an opener.
Yeah.
It was a fucking opener.
If you see this,
Are you kidding me?
stop. Please.
That nigga be in the back hallways in the back.
Yo, shut the fuck. Yo, fuck you, nigga.
Like, they all do it. All of them niggas do that shit.
This shit hurts, man.
How you think Miz got Maurice? He was in Maurice.
Oh yeah,
He was in the back hallways violating that shit.
I'm freaking weak. I'm weak.
You really think 40 years of WWE, you don't think they'd be in the back? Come on.
I wish.
Come on.
Alright, so.
From what I saw, I wish there was more of it. When I was doing security, I ain't seen nothing.
You're not gonna see it, huh?
So as we was asking, the question was, what do y'all think of at least 2 or 3 matches that's going to be added to the WrestleMania card this year?
That kind of remains to be seen, because I mean,
I would like to see dream matches.
Okay, dream matches is different.
Dream matches. What do you think?
Under wrestling anybody else but Jay?
Stop your shit. I think that's what the closeout night one is.
They're not doing that. You got Roman and fucking Punk and fucking.
I don't want to see Gunther close a fucking thing.
They're probably gonna open. It's gonna open.
No, they're not gonna. Well, they might open it, or they might put it before the last.
No, it's gonna open. It's gonna.
That's true, because they need pyro and all that stupid shit. So
get it out the way. It's gonna open.
All that yeet shit. You can get that shit out the way. Arms
Shit.
mad tired and shit. You know that nigga arms. That nigga be out of breath when he be doing that shit.
Cause he walks from the top of the fucking.
Even when he comes from the aisle, but you notice he don't be liking to doing them encores, nigga. He be hating doing that shit.
Hey man, this is your gimmick. This is what you chose to do.
That nigga,
I mean that is true. But
I remember when he first started doing that shit. I was like, what the fuck is this thing doing? Raising the roof? I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Nah.
But it caught though. I didn't think that shit was gonna catch like that. I'll be honest. That yeet shit. I didn't think that was.
it did.
I didn't think that shit was gonna go that
It caught
crazy.
quick.
That yeet shit went dumb. I ain't gonna
So
lie.
we really was gonna hail this. We was gonna push this motherfucker forward, and he has a Lugs t-shirt on.
Bro, this nigga helped the industry for 15 years, nigga.
Yes, he did.
He was a dick to a lot of people, but I mean, you kind of gotta be that in that position. Wow.
I guess.
Booyah.
Hey, you know who that is? In the background? This is that guy right there?
If you tell me, I'm gonna.
You well,
You talking about him?
Yeah, next to Cena.
I forgot his name.
Why that nigga low-key look like Ryback? He low-key look like him.
Respect Bull Buchanan. That's Brooks Jensen's father.
Oh, yeah, okay. He low-key look like a young Ryback. That's fucking hilarious.
Bill Buchanan, shout out to people who watch Right to Censor.
It looks like a condom with that hat on.
fucking faction was
Remember Right to
fucking
Censor?
annoying, yo.
The Good Father?
Oh my fucking god! Yeah,
Oh man, Stevie Richards, man, they used to be fun to be up on SmackDown versus Raw.
You know who's my man? So back in the day, that one of the best segments ever. Big Show's Pops, the funeral.
Oh, Big Boss Man dragged his ass.
Dragged the
motherfucker
fucking
had straight demon time.
Yo,
He jumped on the back of the casket and fucking.
God,
You know they didn't tell them that they was doing that, right? And like
No.
the funeral home was fucking pissed that they did
I
that
would
shit.
imagine so.
yo, you gotta love Raw for.
They
doing
just
shit
said
off
they
the
were just
cuff.
shooting like a fake funeral.
No.
They didn't tell them they was bringing that loud ass car in there and driving over the fucking graves.
Yo,
and
imagine
shit.
you trying to mourn your loved one.
Yo, imagine
shit.
mad cameras and shit.
Yo,
Nah.
Imagine that's your pops or somebody they drove it over and shit. That driving, that's wild.
yo, this
Insurance
is
don't cover that.
this is a real villain.
Insurance does not cover that, man.
Imagine, God
Insurance-
forbid the ground
Insurance-
break and you got a tire in your family casket now. Dragging a casket through the
But the funny thing about it is that wouldn't make it a good year.
You know what? I'm done.
I'm sorry, it was too easy.
Can you add your prediction? What you think going on the card?
Prediction. Male, female, doesn't matter.
I'd like to see Oscar return, but I know that's not happening. But I would like to see that.
Honestly, that was gonna be my prediction. Asuka and Kairi Sane reform Kabuki Warriors to go after the
She's
tag
not.
titles.
I just saw a report that they said it's gonna be post Mania.
I don't know. I feel like there's something that they're withholding. Asuka comes back.
She's in Japan, right?
Yeah. They reform Kabuki Warriors. They get the tag titles from.
Fuck them tag titles.
Judgment. Listen.
They need to burn them shits.
Listen here.
There's no women tag division. Like, Jesus Christ.
No,
burn them shits.
But there's plenty of women who are transitioning between NXT and the main roster.
And that's weird. I gotta, like, create belts for each division.
You got a women's US and a women's IC. Use them shits. You don't need no damn women's tag teams.
I love the fact they got Chelsea Green going against Sol Ruka coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah, that is big for Sol.
At the time of
good for
recording,
her.
I should say.
Chelsea Green needs to get better in the ring as soon as possible.
I don't mind her in the ring.
I don't mind her.
Seeing the clips of her getting her ass beat by Penta,
she needs to get.
She can hold her own.
She's like 3 steps above B-Fab. Like,
what?
Wow.
She needs to let me stop being mean. Alright.
Not even being mean, but you're like, that's surprising.
That's very surprising.
I thought you was
I'm not saying she's ass, and that's my girl. I do fuck with her. I'm not saying she's ass. I love her character. She just needs to get better. That's what I'm not saying. Like, why we can't say people need to get better? This is so sensitive.
It's just surprising because I feel like she's good.
I was joking about the B-Fab comment.
Okay.
That was a joke.
Okay. But B-Fab didn't do too bad against Charlotte last night.
Stop.
We're not going to talk about that.
Stop.
No.
Why are we not talking about that?
We're bypassing that.
Stop saying that she did good.
God, fuck that. This sounds like a joke. Pause. What's up? What's going on with that?
Bro, B-Fab is ass, bro.
B-Fab could do better.
She can do better.
And I understand the fact that, listen, I appreciate Charlotte Flair using her politics to get B-Fab a match for someone who she's been training with since she's coming back with.
That's the wrong person to choose.
But that was the wrong person to choose. I get it. But I loved her promo. You can see there's something there.
With B-Fab, right?
Yeah, with B-Fab. But that wasn't the spot to do it in. I love B-Fab. I'm not saying that, but this is constructive criticism.
I hope Tiffany Stratton beat her ass at WrestleMania.
I also hope Tiffany
cannot
beat Charlotte.
And they need to establish her as a face, if that's what she is.
I agree.
Tiffany?
Because this tweener shit is not working.
It's not working out.
Because you don't know how to react to her.
True.
You don't know how to react.
No.
Because
I mean, I think we do. We like her.
No, but I get that.
We're not supposed. Like sometimes maybe we're not supposed to, but that's what makes it so interesting. Like I think she's following that Seth Rollins, that Stone Cold Steve Austin path, where it's just like I'm gonna do my own thing, whether you cheer me or not. I'm gonna still go out and get it.
True. I don't know. I see it. Oh, you know what? That just reminded me. I want to throw in there.
What's up?
That's gonna be a triple threat for the women's world title.
Triple threats.
What? B-Fab?
No,
Charlotte Flair.
No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Too much triple threats
between Io Sky.
You don't like threesomes? Is that not what you call it?
Io Sky,
No?
Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. That's gonna be a triple threat.
I think it's the weakest shit in the world that they're doing Roman, Punk, and Seth.
I think so too. I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
But you see how the stories intersect.
Doesn't matter. I agree.
I can get it. I don't like it, but I get it.
It's like so.
I feel like they're cutting the storyline shorter than what it could be.
The only way that this is going to make sense, and this is going to sound crazy, and credit to whoever who said this on Twitter. I think that's why I saw that. The only way this gets interesting if they turn that triple threat into something like an incentive. I think the winner of that match should go into night 2 to go on to WrestleMania night 2 to go for the world title with Cena and Cody.
They're not doing that.
The same way they did Daniel Bryan that year.
This is not WrestleMania.
It does not matter. It fills a spot and it gives them a reason. Because what? You're not going to have CM Punk on night 2?
No.
Nah, bro.
You need him on night 2.
Huh?
You need him on
night 2.
You need him on
night 2. You need him on night 2.
You need him on night 2 in case you
have need him on night 2.
Night 1 and that's it.
Nah.
I'm not saying I disagree with y'all. I'm telling y'all what they're going to do.
Okay. The only person I see, which it pains my heart to say, that gets that level of disrespect will be Seth Rollins. He will be only out there for night 1. He will not be out there night 2.
Why you say that?
Wait. What are you talking about Punk in night 2?
Because if Punk wins that match, because Rollins is going to eat the pin, Roman is not going to eat a pin. Punk is going to beat Rollins to get the title shot to go. Nah, I'm telling you,
it's either
bro.
one or two things. Because you don't want to pin Roman, and you don't want Seth to pin Roman. So Punk is going to win that match.
Punk
either
is going
way.
to pin Seth Rollins.
You don't want Roman pinning Seth, and you don't want Seth pinning Roman.
Correct.
So you're not like.
Well, why don't we want Seth pinning Punk?
You don't want Seth pinning Punk either.
No,
that has to happen in a one-on-one.
That's a one-on-one. He has to get his lick back.
Especially the way they
He lost twice. He lost twice. He got to get his lick back.
But it's going to be a lick back 1v2.
Nah,
so it's not really the same.
Nah, because this one is going to discredit him because the way that Roman pulled him out from handling that business, it's going to eat him up. That whole character is going to build up to either another Bad Blood this year or even SummerSlam, where it's going to be Punk versus Rollins 3, and it's going to be a definitive, either like a last man standing or some shit.
I'm with that.
But he's going to get his look back, though.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with that. I can't wait.
But Roman is not eating a pin. He's not eating a pin, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if Roman finds a way to get into night 2 as well.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you,
I love how we just trying to shoehorn everybody into night 2.
I'm telling you, bro. The business is going to be weird, bro.
Time out.
This is why I got predicted WrestleMania.
Time out. Because, let's be fair, because just a few moments ago, and y'all can rewind the clip back, we were just talking about how Roman, we don't like him, that he's a part-time wrestler. So we can get him for 2 nights back to back for the biggest wrestling event.
Listen,
why is that not a good move?
You got that last year.
Different circumstances.
You got Rock and that last year.
That was different. That was more fandom. That was Rock.
And you were supposed to get Stone Cold last year.
WrestleMania Avengers.
You were supposed to get Stone Cold last year, which I think you're gonna get this year.
We were.
Yeah.
Symbolism, my guy.
That Undertaker spot was supposed to be Stone Cold.
Oh shit! I mean, I would love to see.
And I think you're gonna get that this year.
Yeah, I feel like
I did see that little interview that they tried to.
So why the fuck would you shoehorn anybody else into that situation?
Well, that brings me back to my original point about wrestling right now with WWE. Why you keep shoehorning all these new fucking acts? Why you keep getting these new people from these new divisions, and you already like that puts more people in the back in back of the road. If it wasn't for fucking Julia, if it wasn't for Stephanie Becker, we would see a lot more promo. We would see a lot more time for Lola Vice, for Jada Parker, for Sol Ruka, even Kalani Jordan. But now they get pushed back because we got Zarya there, we got Jordan fucking Grace. Like, they're talented. I'm not taking anything away from them.
Correct.
But we don't need them right now. It's too stacked of a division. We're not in a point where they're transitioning. It's not draft time. Why the fuck do we have that?
Because it's a business, man.
I get it's business, but it's bad business if you're
that draft shit is trash.
It's bad business if you're not going to utilize them properly. Like, this is not like...
Man, Triple H don't know how to book no fucking woman.
But this isn't this more so Shawn Michaels' call?
No,
specifically we're talking about NXT.
No, because Shawn Michaels does everything he does necessary alongside how they're doing with that whole development team to get the women over. Let's be honest, we didn't give 2 shits about Kalani Jordan about 2 years ago. Now we give 2 shits about Kalani Jordan 2 years later.
About it.
I just think like early development coming from school to now. These are people that are naturally. Remember, I said this last week. We're naturally building them up because I still feel, and this is where I'm gonna take him off for a second. NXT has the best women's division in wrestling.
It does, without a doubt.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay. Yeah. Mainly because of the fact that where they're able to develop them from literally nothing, also bring in the indie people to kind of work on the fly. Like it's like learning on the job in a sense. It's working. That's why you need the Jordan Grace. That's why you need the Julias. That's why you need the Stephanie Van Kiers. Because when you have the Roxanne Perez's who are doing great, and you have the Jada Parker who was known for being a triathlon athlete.
Trash.
Whoa! Woo!
Alright. Y'all if y'all saw the clip from last week.
Oh!
I gotta put I gotta stretch.
Are you saying Jada Parker is trash?
Alright.
No.
Yo, stand up real quick. Let me talk to y'all real quick.
I'm so done.
No. Come on. Let me talk to y'all. Let me whisper something.
I'm not saying
talk to you real quick.
Trash.
Nah, that's what you're at. That's what you're at. Let me talk to you real quick. Oh my god.
I'm not sold like everybody.
Yo, you with the head on.
You got sold?
You with the head on.
Nah, bro. Progression over the past 2 years?
I mean,
she's level up?
Why do we celebrate motherfuckers doing their job? She's
supposed to progress. Boy.
The fuck? She's supposed to progress. Isn't that the point?
But she's progressing faster than most of those
naturally too
who are transitioning
naturally
from the sports world. She's giving me Bianca vibes sometimes, and maybe I'm hyping. Maybe I'm hyping it. That's not
too far from the truth.
Right, this is
it's different, but I get what you're trying to say.
But I'm seeing that same level of progression that could happen with Jada Parker as long as she's booked correctly. I have confidence in Sean.
I don't think she's ever.
I don't have confidence in Triple H, but I have confidence.
I don't think she's ever been booked incorrectly, and I think she's one of those people that can always make it work, regardless of the dance partner that you give her.
I'm up and down. She could have took that W at Battleground when they did the Vegas show. That'd be the one point I would say she could have took it there.
But I think it's written that she wasn't supposed to.
Go ahead.
Think about that. You just compared her to Bianca Belair and basically Seth Rollins, saying that she could do whatever she needs to do with whoever. Come on.
I think match-wise, yes. I think she's one of the few people that's extremely new that checks every single box. What box does she not check or that she needs to improve?
Again,
I'm saying she needs to improve, yes, but
I don't think so.
Again,
well, I mean, obviously everybody needs to keep getting better.
No, there's still more improvement she can do. There's still.
I mean,
but
maybe
I think she's on the path.
Maybe in ring.
There you go. I agree with that.
Okay,
What?
good. That she's on the path.
I agree.
She's on the right path.
But see, this brings me back to my original point. How can somebody be on the path properly if they're not going to be booked because you keep stacking the fucking roster?
Why not?
Unnecessarily.
Why not?
What do you mean,
Stand
why
out.
not?
Bingo.
How are you supposed to stand out when you're not booked?
So you see
this
how
is my point.
But you see how I said Jada Parker should have got that W at Battleground?
But
I'm cool with her not winning. We know why? Because eventually, maybe Leek will see it differently. Eventually, that win over whoever holds the Women's North American Championship is going to be that much sweeter.
It will be. And I think it was written that she wasn't supposed to. And it was a stacked fucking match. There was a lot of people I was just like, if she loses to this person, I don't feel bad. If she loses to this person, I don't feel bad. So that's not really one of those. It'd be different if we're talking like a one-on-one, like the Kalani Jordan one. Yeah. Had she have lost that, I would have felt some type of way, kind of.
So who do you see doing for you in NXT right now? That's what I want to know.
Huh?
Who's doing it for you in NXT? Who's like the person you see as like, alright, they can be.
We already talked about that earlier. He said Takeda Lyons.
I like a lot of them.
Yo,
where you trying to dodge the negativity?
He's really dodging it, bro.
I like a lot of them. But the thing with NXT is they can get babied sometimes.
Naturally.
And I think that's
kind of the point, isn't it?
What's going on? No, because
I mean, I get what you're saying. It's not
like
supposed to be the point, but
Raw SmackDown.
No,
so I think
it's sink or swimming at the Raw SmackDown.
Right. Exactly. So I like a lot of them. I don't like the Italian nigga.
I never liked that one.
I
never liked that.
I don't think that gimmick
the D'Angelo
can cross over to the main roster.
Honestly,
that's an NXT
character.
Yeah,
the moment he got casted as like a boss on a CW show, I was like, yeah, you're gonna be right here, brother.
I love Ethan Page.
I love Ethan Page.
His run has been amazing since he came over.
He's been cool.
I like Sean Spears. 10. I like, like I said, the women's division there is amazing. It's some on the bottom of the card are type trash to me, but
but that's natural.
Yeah,
but some of those trash women are starting to get TV time when they kind of shouldn't be.
I'm not going to actually call out names.
I
was going to say they're going to call out names, but that's not even. No, not even.
Like I see them doing dives, and that's like considered a good match. I'm not a fan of that. That's why I didn't like the Young Bucks when they first came out, because that flippy hippie shit is cool, but there has to be some kind of substance to the match.
Well, let's stay right.
Can't be sorry.
No, you good. Yeah.
I was just gonna say it can't be spot after spot after spot after spot. Like you flipping off a different part of the goddamn ring every 5 seconds.
I mean, it worked for the Hardys, but no. Let's rewind a little bit. When we're talking about women, we never even covered the fact of how do y'all feel about. We talked about newcomers coming in, and we have a stacked roster. Now we're also kind of on the verge of seeing a slight semblance of AEW, where we have Stephanie Vaquer having 2 belts, and she's only been in this shit not even 6 months.
Yeah,
she's like that.
But she is like that.
She's definitely like that, without a doubt. But how do we feel about that? Like 2 belts?
I ain't mad at it.
I mean,
Julia's hurt, so
is she hurt from that match, or was she
No,
hurt
she was
prior?
hurt
prior for it.
So that's why they're kind of doing that.
Yeah, that's what the report.
Wait,
came
why
out.
not give that to somebody else?
Who
Who the fuck? We just had this conversation. You have a stacked roster.
you gonna put the belt on?
You have a stacked roster.
Who you
Who
gonna
are you gonna put the belt on?
All right, which belt did Julia have? She had
World title. She had the women's.
She had the world title.
Yeah, the women's title.
Okay, so you want to start throwing out the new roster? You could have had her go against Jordan Grace. Could have had.
Too early.
What the fuck you mean too early?
Too early.
Not even a whole year in. She's already champ. What the fuck you talking about?
Too early for Jordan.
Okay, so alright. Once again, you still have a stacked roster. I don't want to be the. I don't care. I am. I am the Jada Parker #1 fan club. You could say Jada Parker. You could say Lola Vice. You could. There's a lot of people you can.
Gotta be honest with you. Based on how Julia was introduced to NXT via Jada Parker looking up during that press conference with Roxanne Perez, the story would have been there, but it still wouldn't have worked because it's too early for her transition. When they have her slotted now, you can see she's more gutting for that
Intercontinental
North
American.
The North American. That Mickey James rub kind of gave me that sense. That's what she's.
I like the Ascension because it makes sense. You don't want to get the world title and then get the fucking North American because that's a demotion basically. But at the end of the day, you still have a stacked roster where if she is injured, you do the CM Punk thing. You stretch out the promos and you build up to the real match far down the line where you're healthier.
No, you wanna know why?
Why?
It's WrestleMania season.
That shit means nothing to NXT.
You don't know
Yes,
how
it does.
long
What does
she's
it
gonna
mean?
be out either.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You don't know how
You
long.
don't know how long she's gonna be out either.
Is it that bad where she can't do promos and can't come in?
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
What the hell happened to her?
She's been banged up for a while.
So wait.
She had a lot of hard. Damn. She had
Yeah,
is that my man Shelton?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a lot of bad matches when she was in Japan right before she came out here. So she's pretty banged up. So that's why her debut took so long.
So we knew that she was banged up and still signed her anyway.
Yes. She's a fucking star. Yes, you do.
That's the one you
still
build.
sign her. Hell yeah, you
that's
sign
Asuka in the NXT Black and Gold days.
Okay,
Definitely signed Julia.
Okay, do you re-sign Michael Jordan if he has a bad leg?
Is he coming back?
As great as
Is he coming back?
He's coming back, but he has a bad leg.
But he's coming
Come
back.
back.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I'll take a 75% Michael Jordan over 95% of the NBA.
You want to know why?
I hear what you're saying.
Hey, you want to know why? Now you're going to use your own analogy against you.
Yeah.
Does NXT have a stacked roster? Case in point.
Fam.
You got to carry other women to now carry the load of what Julia brings as far as star power to your brand. So now you have to push those other women to now challenge Stephanie Baker. So when Julia comes back, either she's going to fight Stephanie Baker for her world title, or both.
Better get that belt back.
Or she's got to get the belt back.
That belt needs to stay on Julia.
So to be honest with you, Stephanie Baker is going to lose that North American title. The moment they see Julia's cleared, she's got to lose that one, and the downfall has to begin. It has to go that way. And then you do the third match, and you finish it off. And one of them got to get called up.
You're going to be alright.
And then one of them got to get called up.
I still gotta see you outside. Don't think I ain't forget. You all cool, calm, and collected. Nah, nigga, you gotta see me outside after this.
You're going to be alright.
Fuck all that shit.
You're going to be alright.
Jada, baby, I got you. Don't worry. We here. We good.
She'll get there.
She's there.
She'll get there. Man.
Okay, so serious question. With the stacked roster that they have, what person do you feel doesn't check every single box? What is that box, and how do you think they can
stack roster like 5 times and name 3 names when I asked you who the champion?
Stack roster? I would say, in my opinion, if we're talking about the female division for NXT, yes, I would recycle the same names, but in totality, I will say Jada Parker, I will say Lola Vice, I will say Sol Ruka, I will say Kalani Jordan, I will say Roxanne Perez, because she still hasn't been called up yet. Technically, she's still NXT.
No, she got called up.
No, she did not get called up. She's wrestling back on NXT now, brother.
Is she?
That's what I'm saying. Like, technically, she's still NXT, but we know once that draft happens, she's first round, without a doubt.
Don't put no belt on the fucking Roxanne Perez. Don't do that. She did that already.
Well, no, I don't want that. I'm solely just naming the stacked roster. You got Zarya. I don't want to forget her. You got Stephanie Valkyra. You got Julia.
Stephanie Valkyra is the champion.
I mean, yeah, but I'm still just naming. I'm just naming names. Yeah. Who else is top of the line in my opinion? Fallon Henley. I like her. I think she's really good. I like what she's doing. I like what she's doing with that faction.
I hate to say this out loud and then just throw in the fact that we can also throw in Gigi Dolan and JCJ.
I love them
but
too.
But Gigi Dolan and JCJ, I'm done with them staying within NXT. They gotta go up, man.
At this point, why? I don't want that.
I get it, but it's starting to come that point of time, man.
I get that, but if you send them up now, it's going to be another Indy Hartwell situation. Where do you put them? And this goes back to what I'm saying. When you have a stacked roster, and we're not talking about NXT anymore. We're talking about the big leagues, quote unquote. We're talking about SmackDown and Raw. We're talking about Rhea Ripley. We're talking about Bianca Belair. We're talking about Charlotte Flair fucking being back. Where do they fit on a consistent week-to-week basis?
Nowhere. Not with Triple H.
Sheesh.
But I can't even put all of that on Triple H.
No,
because you have... Okay.
Bro, you have 8 hours of TV a week. Find a fucking place.
Figure it out.
I don't want to hear that shit. You got 8 hours of TV a week, nigga. Find a place.
You can't say... I mean, I get... All right.
Find a place.
You can't say 8 hours.
The amount of filler shit that's on them shows, find a place.
Well,
as I'm getting the signal that we coming to the time.
Yo, we here now. Because, yo, you don't set me up and piss me off. My sole...
Sorry, 6 hours, not 8.
My sole impression today was to piss off Leek.
And you walked the way through?
Yeah, nah, I'm the one pissed off. I gotta see you.
So as we wrap up here... So as we wrap up here...
Fuck that shit.
So you want to do... Black, you want to do your social media?
Yeah. Blackout the Rebel, BLK out the Rebel for Instagram, foreverblack.com. So that's foreverblk.com for the Twitter. I have the author page for my book. That's Larry Williams. Yeah, that's pretty much. Bell to Bell podcast. I'll let you do the honors with that one.
Okay, Leek, go ahead.
Just IG, King Leek TV, KINGLEEK TV.
And then that's the Bell to Bell at Bell to Bell, the number 2 Bell to Bell podcast on Instagram, the Bell to Bell pod on Twitter, and then we do have a Patreon. We do have a Patreon Bell to Bell podcast as well. I don't know how we're going to distribute it yet. We haven't even talked about it. This is episode 1. This is the debut episode. But I do want people to know that we're here because we do want to take this somewhere with it. So if you feel like you have anything you want to add to it, suggestions, comments, things we should talk about, maybe something we can do on the opening bell where we can watch in the background. Yeah, he is rapping in the graveyard. It is Bell to Bell. Bell to Bell pod at gmail.com. The Bell to Bell pod at gmail.com. This has been fun, but we're gonna keep watching this shit now.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
I'm not fucking watching this shit. Fuck out of here.
Old ass Undertaker.
I'm dead.
He was old in 2003.
I'm done.